Hello, QPR fans and players. TV home and away. Back once again in the place. DJ Ranger with a fan exclusive interview. This time with a QPR fan by the name of Dave Casellas. How you doing, Dave?
Nice one, Martin. Yeah, thanks for asking me.
You ours, mate. You ours. Yeah. How's things over in Ireland?
Beautiful, really peaceful. Can't believe how lovely it is over here, to be honest with you.
That's good.
Nice.
That's good to hear, mate. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Just really, it's a few questions about supporting QPR, mate. If that's all right.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't know if you've seen any other videos I've done or any interviews I've done myself or not.
I haven't seen interviews, but I've seen you in the back on your motor going to the away game, so I know a bit about that.
Okay, mate. Yeah. Well, okay, mate. No worries. The questions are pretty straightforward. So there's no demon ones in there for you to like hard and think about, mate. So hopefully things.
Trick questions, yeah.
Yeah, just easy questions, mate. Easy questions. Anyway, we're gonna crack on, mate. First question: how long have you supported Follow QPR for?
Well, I'm now 53 years old this year, Martin, and I've been supporting the Yards properly since I was about 8 years old. So you're talking, what's that, 46, 45 years.
Long time.
Maths are correct.
Long time.
45 years. Yeah.
Lots of ups and downs, mate.
Oh, that's plenty of them, isn't there? Being a Rangers fan, you've got to be used to all that, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. Okay, mate, cool. Long time, but keep it up, even though you're living in Southern Ireland now, mate.
Mate, it's in the blood for life.
Yeah, mate. Try and get a few more from over there in Ireland supporting us, mate, if you can.
Oh, don't worry about that.
It's a bit difficult understanding me. I'm sure they all support Liverpool, Man United, the obvious teams over there, don't they?
Absolutely. Liverpool or Man United everywhere around here.
Okay, mate. Okay, next question. Obviously, now that you're living in Ireland, you can't get to as many games home or away as you did previously. But how far would you travel to get to Loftus Road on a match day normally? Like when you used to live in.
Well, how far would I travel?
Yeah, when you lived in England.
Well, obviously I was from London all my life, and then I travelled down to Bournemouth. I lived there for the last 3 years before I came to Ireland, so we did travel up from Bournemouth, which is not exactly a great trot, is it? I mean, it's like, what, an hour and a half journey, but obviously if I lived up north or somewhere, I'd always come to QPR. You know, now I'm in Ireland, I will get across at some stage. So
yeah.
Let's say from Ireland, shall we?
Yeah.
It is about as far as I'm coming at the moment.
Yeah, okay, mate. Okay, no worries. But when you did live in London, how long would it take you to travel down?
Well, I lived in Chiswick, so literally I could
down
walk
the road.
there, to be honest with you.
Hey, you're with the Brentford mob.
Yeah, oh God. In fact, I was right dot in the middle. If you look to the A to Z, I was dot in the middle of us and Brentford.
Okay, mate. You picked the right one then.
Well, I picked the right team. Don't worry about that.
Okay, mate. Here's another one. I mean, obviously, yet again, because you're living in Southern Ireland now, obviously you don't get to as many games. But when you were going to the games regularly, what was your pre-match routine for home and away games?
Well, pre-match routine. I mean, obviously my life's changed. If you read my book, obviously, my life has changed drastically because I used to be a big drinker and I don't drink anymore. But my pre-match thing now, I'd meet up with my best pal Martin and a few of the other lads. You usually head up to the Askew. That's where the boys meet now.
Yeah.
That's where I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
Would be the Askew.
Yeah.
Have a bite to eat before we get there, and then get to the ground, get in. Probably sort of ticket out before we got to the Askew as well, actually. And then so it's about meeting the lads, having a bite to eat, getting to the game, and then maybe just going back to the pub then for one or two afterwards, and then off. As you know, I don't drink no more, but when I did, I'll be out all night long with the boys.
Part of being a QPR fan and a football fan, that's part of the night, isn't it? I suppose, mate. To be honest,
absolutely,
it's socialising.
Lose or draw.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we did.
It's a socialising part of it as well, isn't it? And sometimes that was mostly better than watching Rangers play, to be fair, and still is today.
Well, if it wasn't for the lads, it would be pretty dire, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah. Next question, mate. Can you remember your first QPR game you went to?
Absolutely. Yes, I can indeed. It was saying that, it was either one or the other. I'm sure it was QPR v Wolves, 1977-78 season. And what stood out to me the most was Big Bob Hazel was playing for Wolves, yeah? And I was a little nipper in the school end because my mum's boyfriend took me to the game. I just remember thinking, that is some massive defender. You know Big Bob Hazel, you remember him, obviously.
Yeah.
Funny
big
enough,
fella.
He come and played for us, didn't he, not long after that? So we lost 3-1, by the way, as well.
Okay, mate. At least you remember your first game.
I do.
I mean, I know mine was at home at Loftus Road. but for the love and the money, I was speaking to an old pal of mine and trying to work out, because when his mum and dad used to run the favourite pub, because there's an old boy called Tom. He used to be a steward behind the loft goal many years ago. He still works at the club now, and maybe I could have asked him, like, because he was caretaker in the estate behind the pub, so he used to get tickets for every so often for the games and stuff. So obviously, where he'd go in the pub where my mate's mum and dad used to run, I used to go with him, like, because obviously I'd go other times as well, you know what I mean? But obviously it was a home game, I know that, but it was most probably, I reckon, maybe 8 or 9 years old, my first game, but I just can't remember who it was against, you know what I mean? And I can't remember, I'm sure. Anyway, but yeah, so we lost 3-1 your first game then, yeah?
Yes, we lost 3-1, yeah. But then the second game we went to Stamford Bridge and beat them 3-1.
That's even better. That made up for the loss then, mate. Okay, mate, next question. Who was your favourite past and present player?
You know what? You really could pick out of loads, couldn't you? But
I can imagine, because you've been supporting them for so long.
My favourite ever season as a kid was 1982-83 when we won the second division championship, right? You remember that? We won it hands down.
Yeah.
The last 3 games. I'd say, you know what? I used to love Simon Stainrod, man. To be honest with you, I really liked him.
Yeah, decent striker for us, mate, to be fair.
Yeah, I like, or Clive Allen, one of them two, I suppose.
Yeah.
As a nipper, it'd be Stan Bowles, wouldn't it? It'd have to be.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And present players, is there any present players of the present team that you kind of like?
Well, I don't get that much to get to see us, but I'll tell you what, who would I say? Everyone's standout player or included would be Easy. We all know he's going to go, but what a talent he is. Who would I go with at the moment? I don't, you know what, I couldn't really say it. I mean, spread across.
As you say, mate, Eze's a standout player at the moment. I mean, I know, like, it looks like Bright's going to Club Brugge in Belgium. He's, you know, I mean, obviously, but as you know yourself, mate, from going for years and years, I've done a little vlog last night or the day before, and yeah, fans get frustrated because we keep saying our best players, you know, every so often. But we've been doing that all our lives, to be fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've always done it, though. We've always done it, and that's the way it goes, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, as much as, of course, we'd like change, and we'd like to keep Eze and Bright and build around them so we can actually maybe challenge for promotion or win a title or two, or even get, you know, maybe win a League Cup or an FA Cup somehow if we could. You know what I mean?
It would be nice. It's very frustrating, isn't it, how we deal with the FA Cup. It's like we'll get somewhere and then they go and put out a stupid team again and they just throw it all away. But hey ho.
Well, you know, that's I think part and part of football nowadays, isn't it? Realistically, I suppose the league is bread and butter to us, irrespective. It'd be nice to go on the cut run, you know, as you know yourself. And then obviously with the fees for players, it's like fans are going mad over the Bright fee as well. It's like, you know, but we don't know the ins and outs because obviously we don't know. We don't work for the club, and it's like if you look at it from a business point of view, I'm not sticking up for the directors and stuff. We bought him for about £500,000, and we're going to sell him for nearly £5 million.
Good business, good business.
You know, well, we're at 4.7, whatever it is, but good business. But yeah, he's one of our key players. So he's like, but unfortunately, as I said in the vlog, but we've always done that. Unfortunately, we've always sold.
As long as we make a profit, then you're on a winner, aren't you?
Well, yeah, and hopefully then, you know, and then the new players will come out, and then we like, you know, but hopefully maybe one day in the near distant future we can stop saying our better players, but I don't think that'll ever happen, to be honest with you, mate.
Not for a while.
No, mate, no. So. Anyway, next question, mate. We'll crack swiftly on. What's your most memorable moment supporting QPR?
You know what?
I know you've got the book, and I'm sure you've...
There is loads and loads, but I'll tell you what, the standout one,
me, go on.
1980, when we got to the FA Cup final, 1982, the semi-final at Highbury, we was in the North Bank. We stood right on the sort of rounded bit in the corner, yeah. And when that goal went in, it was absolutely ballistic, man. The best celebration, apart from probably the playoff final at Wembley against Derby, the semi-final for me, Clive Allen's goal against West Brom all day long.
Okay, mate. I was actually to the left, you know, behind the goal, up about halfway in the North Bank that day. Yeah,
awesome. And weren't that the longest 10 minutes or the longest ending to a match I've ever experienced? That ref just wanted that ref to blow the whistle, man.
Yeah, tell me about it, mate. Tell me about it. Just a few more days to be fair, mate, and I'll let you crack on.
Okay.
Right. What team do you dislike, hate the most, if any?
Pretty obvious, ain't it? Yeah, we all had a bit of a hatred for Chelsea, I suppose, being our closest neighbours back in those days, and there was always came and tried to take over our ground, which obviously no one forgot about that, and it pissed a lot of people off. So yeah, Chelsea, I suppose, would be my biggest bugbear, shall we say?
Yeah. Okay, mate. Another quick question to ask you, mate. Obviously, living in Ireland now, it's difficult to get to home and away games. But when you were living in London or other places in England, did you get to many away games at all?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to go all, as many as I could afford to go with my mate, my best pal. We'd always go. But more recent times, I suppose, I get to as many, a few a season probably.
Yeah.
Like,
Understandably, mate, living where you are now, of course.
Yeah, probably a few a season.
Okay, mate.
Yeah.
Cool. Just a couple more, Dave, for myself, if that's all right. Again, another question related to previous times, obviously, because you don't go as much as you used to now, obviously. What's the best away ground you've been to, past or present?
Well, back in the day, the best one I went to, which stands out in my memory, was Goodison Park, Everton.
Okay.
I went to the game, when they beat us, when they won the old first division. The atmosphere was absolutely mental. What a great ground. Yes,
Yeah. Good ground. Good ground it is.
And more recent times, I suppose I've got a little soft spot for Reading's Rajayski Stadium for some reason, because you get a good atmosphere going, and when we all start singing that away in there.
Yeah.
It's always a great view there because it's an open stadium, isn't it?
Yeah. Unlike other grounds, mate. Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah,
not bad, mate. I mean, there's decent grounds you go to. You know what I mean? I think Aston Villa's a proper old school ground, like Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously, Man United's got bigger over the years.
Even Tottenham, like Spurs, is a good. The old one, White Hart Lane, was a decent ground to go to.
Yeah, long walk from Seven Sisters Tube Station. I learned my mistake many times, and then used to get the Central Line up to Tottenham Hale or wherever it was then afterwards, mate. Okay, I've got one more question.
A long walk from the station, that one.
Yeah, it was, mate. It was. Even if you get the bus down, it's like it even takes ages, mate. Right, last question, mate. Can you sum up to me and to the QPR fans out there watching this vlog interview, why you support QPR?
Why do I support QPR?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you support QPR? Once you've been a QPR, you fall in love with us, and that's it. End of. But when I was a kid, it's obviously Stan Bowles, wasn't it? And honestly, QPR is just one of those teams where we're all still nitty gritty working class fans. We're not one of these stupid.
Yeah, down the road mob.
Tourist prawn sandwich clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I love QPR.
Okay, mate. And obviously, I'm sure there'll be plenty more information in the book you've brought out, mate.
Yeah, there will be. Yes, it's not all about football. That book is about my life.
Yeah, of course. I
won't go into details.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be a sob story. It might be a good bedtime story if you want to get a kick.
Okay, mate.
Yeah.
But anyway, ladies and gents,
it's a lot about the stuff I got involved with at QPR back in the 1980s. It's called Beating My Demons. It's on Amazon as well.
There you go, ladies and gents.
What I really hope is someone gets something from it, because I've kind of changed my life around. I've got a lot of trouble, and I got sober over 14 and a half years ago. Changed my life around. That's why I'm in Ireland now, living in peace and quiet. But it's like a before and after type story. That was how I was.
No, well done, mate. Well done. I mean, obviously,
you never let go of your roots.
No, of course, mate. Well done for changing your life around too, mate. I mean, obviously, you've done it for reasons and stuff. You know what I mean? And it's fair play to you. And hopefully we can get back over to Rangers soon, mate. One day.
I'll be over. I'll definitely get to a game as soon as we're allowed back. I'll get back over to Ireland. Obviously, I'll hook up. We'll meet up sometime. And
okay, mate.
I look forward to that big time.
Okay, mate. Thank you very much, Dave, for taking your time out to do an interview with myself, Deejay Ranger, for QPR Fans and Players TV. That's it from myself, ladies and gents. For myself, Deejay Ranger, the man like Dave Casellas, over
nice one. And the man
in Ireland.
Like Deejay Ranger, yours.
You ours. We're out of here. Come on, you ours.